And it's very difficult when you're dealing with 17 different countries and their fiscal policies. But one can only hope that at least the last announcements that we have received have been relatively positive in nature, and hopefully we'll get that again tomorrow, but something with some real meat in it, where we'll see the rhetoric translate into some real positive action. If in fact that is the case, I think we will see a better tone in the stock market as a result of any of these announcements.
But you are still very, very nervous here.
Oh yes, I think that we live in a headline-driven market. We live in a market that is hostage to the politicians, both in the Eurozone and in the U.S., and that is not a good scenario for stock markets. And this is really evidenced by the fact that even though we've been in a very strong phase for the last week and a half, trading above the 200-day moving average as we speak, even though today it's a little soft, the market's had a very big move, but what has been missing has been volume. There's simply no volume, and I think the reason there's no volume is because it's simply a lack of confidence on the part of investors. So the markets are drifting, and drifting higher, of course, is a good thing, better than drifting lower, but drifting, in fact, it's what it's doing with a positive bias, but with very little interest on the part of investors, both here in the U.S. and I think worldwide. And it's simply because there is too much uncertainty in the world, too much lack of confidence, and that is really the direct result of, I think, a world, at least a stock market world, that is being overly influenced by politicians.
So when will the politicians understand how to act?
Well, I think if we expect the politicians to worry about stockholders, we're going to have to live a very long time, because I don't think they care about stockholders. It politically is probably not a place any of them want to go. So the politicians will worry about getting reelected and the politics of their various countries, but hopefully that we as investors will get lucky, because the politicians will figure out some kind of positive direction, certainly in the Eurozone, to help resolve these very, very serious issues, and they should not be dismissed. They are in fact serious. As far as the U.S., we are soon to enter the election year, November 2012. Depending on what happens next November in this country, that could or could not be a dramatic game changer as far as the stock market is concerned.